Hey guys, AscendantGod here with Raid Shadow Legends. I am currently farming Minotaur's Labyrinth. I figured I might as well upload some of this so that you guys might learn some tips and tricks in here from while I'm farming. I'm going to show you the champions first real quick that I'm running through with. I'm using Painkeeper as my healer, Nethril as, well, pretty much a damage dealer, Aothar as another damage dealer, Tayrel as damage reduction, as well as strength down, defense down, good stuff like that, and then high Khatun for speed buff. In case you're not that familiar with the game yet, this is a composition that is good for clan boss. Minus Painkeeper, but I don't have enough lifesteal gear yet to be able to run it without a healer, so for now she is the current option. So running it with those champions, and if you have any of them, maybe you'll learn a little something in here as far as the fights. Now I'm farming 14. 15 is just, it takes way too long for me to farm it. I can, but it's just not worth the trouble. So what I do instead is this one. With this one, all I need to do is get past the first round here manually, and then once I do, I'm good to go. So I want to stun them. Then depending on what's going on here, okay, I want to lock her down. She is the worst champion to fight out of all these ones because she can put, I think it's either a sleep or a daze on all your champions, something like that. She can lock a lot of champions down with her primary attack. Well, I should say her primary cooldown. That's why I lock her down. With her lockdown, her attack is a joke. Her normal attack doesn't do hardly anything when her skills are on cooldown like that. But when they're not, that is not a good thing, and she can actually cause me to wipe here sometimes. Without her, I'm not really too worried about this. I got the defense down now, target some champions. Nethril is great for knocking down all those turn meters. See, I've already gotten in multiple attacks without them being able to do anything because of Nethril. He's really, really good. Absolutely love him in fights like this. Alright, I want to lock down one of their champions. I always make sure that when I use his A3 that the hit points, the turn meters underneath the 50% so that it stuns them like that. So this champion's out for a little bit, and see her attack, that wasn't anything. Now if she did her other attack, not only does it hit really harsh, but it also, like I said, does the potential daze on champions. So I just don't risk it anymore. She's always my top priority as far as locking her down. Now in the next round it doesn't really matter because by then I'm pretty much good to go. The thing is I don't want to lose any champions at this point, because if I do, then I do sometimes wipe out in the end game as a result. I should say by end game I mean the boss. So don't want to risk it. Like I said, usually I can get through this really quick. Obviously it takes a little bit longer when I'm on the desktop here, having to manually click everything. When I'm on my phone, I can bang this out really, really quick. But like I said, just wanted to show you guys a few of the farms here and how I work these champions. I don't know if you have any of them in particular that you farm here with, but like I said, for me personally, I'm to the point now where all I need to do is get past this first round manually. Once I do, then I'm good to go, because also near the end here I'm attacking with most of the A1s because these champions, as you can see, are all locked down. I don't need any of my cooldowns yet. Okay, and then that is what makes it so that after this first round, okay, now auto. So that's why, like I was saying, that's why after the first round I don't need to pay attention anymore, because now, as you can see, everybody has all their skills up And so they just unloaded on them. Look at how quickly it tore them to pieces. All right, this is how it usually goes. But in round one, like I said, there's that one champion that Nethril just killed here, where she can put those champions into the, I think it's either a daze or a sleep, one or the other. But it can lock down a bunch of my champions at the same time, and it's horrible because with how hard those other champions hit here, they can easily wipe out some of mine, especially my Khatun. She is really squishy at this point. I don't have gear that's that great on her yet just because I don't have it. But for the rest of this, I can have it on auto and I can kind of walk away, not really have to pay attention to what's going on here. And usually what I do is I'll have it on my phone so that I can wander around, do whatever I want to do, and just have the volume up just enough so that when the battle is over, I can hear the music play on my phone. It gives me a heads up that, oh, it's done and time for me to do the first round again, rinse and repeat. And for those who don't know yet, I mean, the masteries are invaluable for clan boss and also for arena. I mean, overall, the masteries, especially when you get to that War Master and Giant Slayer, really, really powerful. They can boost you up a ridiculous amount, but it takes forever to get there because the problem you have is it's really hard to farm the stage 15 here without those masteries, yet at the same time, in order to get the masteries, you want to farm as high of a level as possible because the lower level obviously is going to take you much, much longer. So anyway, once you do get at least a few champions up though, then this gets much easier because then, you know, you can farm with say 3 or 4 champions, only have 1 or 2 that you need the masteries on. And the good thing about that is, number one, you can pick and choose who you are going to level up in masteries. Right now, since I have nobody tapped off, as far as the masteries, it's random on all of these champions. So since they're all 4 clan boss right now, I'm fine with that, but there are some that are going to be temporary, like Painkeeper. I do not plan on keeping her for clan boss. She's okay, but recently we just got that 1.8 patch, and in the process of that patch, they nerfed her right into a shallow grave. It was horrible. They gave her 3 nerfs at once. Not 1, not 2, 3 nerfs at once. A reduction for her turn meter boost for her A1, a reduction in her healing from 25 down to 15%, and made it so that her cooldown reduction skill, her A3, no longer reduces her heal. It only affects the other champions. So now, instead of having a 3-turn heal like most healers have, now she has a 4-turn heal. That doesn't even make sense. There's not that many Void champions in the game that are that great to begin with, and then they pretty much just destroyed one of them. So if I had another healer on this account, I would probably be using them, but regretfully, Painkeeper is my best bet on this one. Now, albeit though, on clan boss, and there we go, just finished, good, got 8 for him, alright, and then gonna rinse and repeat, same thing again. I need to do the beginning part manual, and then once I get past that, I can put it back to auto again. So, it can be a little bit annoying, it's really, really tedious, but alright, again, lock her down. But once you get the pattern down, you don't even really have to think about it here. You know what to do, and you just run through it, and that is about it. Okay, I'll take her out so that she's no longer a problem. Great. And lock him down, so he just buffed himself. Definitely don't want him continuing. So see, like, my champions, or at least most of them I should say, can hit these guys really, really hard, which is great. However, they can also hit me really, really hard. So as long as I keep them locked down like this, no big deal. But if any of them gets loose from these lockdowns, it is not pretty. They can, like I said, they can kill Khatun pretty quickly. Okay. One of the things that I love about having Tayrel here, though, is that he can weaken them, bring their attack down so that their damage kind of becomes a joke, but not always guaranteed to debuff them. Like you just saw, he just attacked that one champion, didn't debuff them. But that's okay, because there's no way this guy's gonna get a turn before I take him out. It's just not gonna happen. Nope, and now he's even slowed. Alright, this is probably gonna do it here. Oh, nope, he's got a sliver of life there. Alright, that's okay. You're gone, and you are definitely gonna be gone before you get a turn. Alright, and on to auto again. Alright. So, yeah, so like I was saying before, as far as the masteries, the nice thing is that once you get a few champions topped off, then you can pick and choose who you want to bring through here and level up, because if you're bringing champions through that are already capped as far as the masteries, if you only bring one other champion through that doesn't have their masteries capped yet, then that's the only one that's going to be getting the masteries. Now you can see Khatun got hit, one single hit, and it brought her down to about 50% of her life. So that's why, like I said, I have to manually do that round one, because if in round one I lose somebody like Khatun, and then in round two, say I lose Nethril, because he's a bit of a glass cannon at this point, it can be a wipe here. And it's frustrating. Most of the time it isn't, but say about 1 in about 7, 1 in about 8 rounds, it's a wipe. I would much rather not waste that energy in 1 in 7, 1 in 8 turns and manually do that first round, because once I get all these champions through this, then once they're all topped off, I should be able to farm with one champion that doesn't have masteries at a time for arena and top each of them off one by one. That's most likely going to be after I get a lifesteal set, though. But, well, I shouldn't say lifesteal set, excuse me, a lifesteal set for each champion. But we'll see what happens. At this point in arena, with this account, I'm only silver, not gold yet on this one. Very long story, had a gold, do not have that account anymore. That is why X's suck. But that is another story for another time. But anyway, I don't know how much longer I'm going to record this. I think if you guys wanted to get anything out of this as far as watching this, you probably would have already. So I think after this clear, I'm probably going to call it quits. There's not too much else to show you. You saw how I ran through the first round myself, and then the rest auto. And even if you can't do it on the stage 14 right now, you might be able to do it on an earlier stage. Or you could potentially do this in other dungeons as well. It's a little trick where, you know, if you manually cast for the first round, or sometimes maybe even the second one, then sometimes once you get to a point where you've, you know, done the best you can without the AI messing you up, then you can just put it on auto and just do some smooth sailing. And like I said, you know, what I like to do personally is, when I'm not on the desktop, I have it on my phone with the volume up just enough as far as the music, so that once we beat this champion here, once the boss is down, I can hear that music, and then I go, oh, time to go through here again. So this is about it here. And one thing that I can say too is that there are times where I have had Painkeeper go into this last battle by herself and still be able to take the boss down. It's crazy. So I mean, I understand why they nerfed her to an extent. She was a little too powerful, but 3 nerfs at once was just horrible. She should still have a 3-turn heal. Most of the good healers that I know do, and she is a void champion. I mean, come on, you know, Plarium wants to charge so much more for the void shards, make them so much more valuable. It only makes sense that you should have something of value as far as one of the rares there. I don't know any of the rares off the top of my head now that are even any good, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this short here, guys. If you do have any questions about any of this that I did here, feel free to let me know. If you have some other champions, and of course I'd assume you're not going to have the same exact group, you got a little bit of a different group here, need some advice, again, just feel free to leave it in the comments section. I'll do what I can to try to get back to you, or maybe another viewer will be able to give you a response as well.
Hi guys, this is Anthony here, also known on this channel as AscendantGod. Wanted to thank you for checking out my channel here. Really appreciate it. Be sure to check out the other videos. I got plenty of goodies on here. Also check out the description sections in the videos. Got plenty of links on there for real different kinds of goodies that I think would be worthwhile for you guys. If there is something in particular that you don't see on my channel that you want to see, be sure to let me know in the comment section as well. And I think that's about it. All I've got. I'm just gonna get back to this thing here. I'm pretty sure if I just...
Oh, we have such sights to show you.
Wow. That's really funny. Same here.